The trophy case inside the Peden Stadium Tower has been filling up during the Frank Solich era, but there's one spot that's been left vacant, and Ohio hopes to fill that on Friday after the MAC Championship game at Ford Field. I'm Russ Eisenstein. Welcome to our MAC Championship Game Week preview presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's the 8-4 and 6-2 Bobcats and the undefeated 13th ranked Western Michigan University Broncos. Yeah, 1968 was the last time that Ohio took the MAC title, and so the years of waiting further magnifies the importance of getting it done in the championship game. It's good on its own, but waiting this long will make it even more special. There have been East Division titles, bowl game trophies, and the like that have filled up this case, but that 68 to now vacancy, well, that needs to be filled. It is an interesting position for the fifth-year seniors to be in. They finished up their recruitment when Ohio was in the championship game the last time around, back in 2011, and then they redshirted after that. Ohio had its heart broken by the Huskies of Northern Illinois, losing on that night at Ford Field, but then they turned around and won the bowl game over Utah State in Boise. So that was the end of wooing them to Ohio. Got them here, and they wanted to take Ohio to the next level, and now they have their opportunity. It's big for them. It's big for everybody around this program and everyone associated with the green and white. Alums, students, fans all over the world have their own special story when it comes to this team and the meaning of the MAC championship. The really cool thing about it, the Broncos have their story too, and they'll both collide, all of these stories, in a football game on Friday night in downtown Detroit. Ohio's waited a long time. The Broncos have too. Western Michigan football has grown even higher in 2016. The Broncos have added to their list of nevers and have rowed their boat to their first Ford Field Friday night. Of course, WMU's 1988 MAC championship was won without a title game. They were in it in 1999 and 2000, but both were single-digit losses to Marshall in Huntington. Fourth-year head coach P.J. Fleck's first year was 1-11. Back-to-back 8-win seasons followed, so that's 28 wins in 3 seasons. The momentum for 2016 really started in 2015 with their first bowl victory in school history in 7 tries, 45-31 over Middle Tennessee in the Bahamas Bowl. The Broncos were picked to win the West and the league in the preseason poll. Much was expected in non-conference games against the Big Ten, and they delivered, winning 22-21 at Northwestern in the opener, and with an Oski wow of a win at Illinois in Week 3, 34-10. Each of their MAC wins were by double digits. The narrowest margin of victory was 14, 45-31 over Eastern Michigan. They did trail at Kent State at the half, but won 37-21. The Broncos won the West in Week 12, 55-35 over Toledo. No player in the history of the FBS has amassed more receiving yards than Broncos senior Corey Davis. The record was 5,005. That was set by Nevada's Trevor Inslee in 1996. Davis broke that against the Rockets. He's tied for 7th in the nation this year in yards and is number 1 in touchdowns with 17. Senior quarterback Zach Terrell is steady. He's 23rd in the country in passing yards with 3,086 and has thrown for 30 touchdowns. He's the active NCAA leader in career touchdowns with 93. Junior running back Jarvian Franklin is the Broncos' rushing touchdown king. He has 41 in his career and hurdled the 1,000 mark for the second time. He has 1,266 yards and 12 touchdowns this year. Sophomore Jamari Bogan is back to full stride after an ankle injury in Week 5. He had 198 yards and a touchdown against UT. Defensively, senior D-end Keon Adams has 17 tackles for loss. 7.5 of those are sacks. That's tops in the MAC and 19th in the country. Junior corner Darius Phillips is tied for the MAC lead with 4 interceptions. Junior linebacker Asante Brown took a pick to the house to open things up against the Rockets last week. Junior linebacker Robert Spillane is tied for 9th in the MAC with 98 tackles. The Broncos are tied for 3rd in the country with Washington with just under 45 points per game. They have the 2nd best overall offense in the MAC, 3rd best total defense in the league. This is a game with some Mid-American Conference historical significance, too. We know that Ohio is the last charter member left in this league. The league started in 1946, but do you know that the Broncos came in the year after that with Miami? Yep, 1947. The Redskins at that time and the Broncos came into the league. So these are 2 of the 3 oldest members of the league, and they'll battle it out for a title on Friday night. This is the 62nd all-time meeting in this series. Ohio has taken 28 victories. There has been 1 tie. During the Solich era, Ohio has gone 1-3 against WMU, a loss here at Peden Stadium last year, 49-14. The last win over them was back in 2006, another East Division title season. Ohio won 27-20 here at Peden Stadium. All right, we've got you set. Our game week preview for the MAC Championship is presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Plan your next trip to Athens and maybe visit this trophy case too by going to AthensOhio.com. We'll next talk to you from Ford Field on Bobcat TV. Rob Cornelius and I will have a TV hit for you from Ohio's practice. Then we jump on our radio network with MAC Championship Live on Thursday night from our booth from 6 until 7 o'clock. Game night, Ryan Boyd will make it a trio, and our pregame starts at 6 with the kick at 7. It's also on ESPN2 as Adam Amin, Mac Brown, and Molly McGrath will have the call there. Ohio and WMU for the MAC title. For Derek Mashiro, I'm Russ Eisenstein. Enjoy it, everybody. Talk to you next from the D. This is Bobcat TV.